everybody, welcome back. It's that time of week again where we sit down and we watch the latest episode of Season 4, Fear the Walking Dead. Then I cut together the best of my reactions and we come on back for a little bit of a mini geek out and review. First and foremost, yes, the background looks different. It's not permanent. I'm sorry. My main computer system in my office is having all kinds of problems, so I'm dealing with that. And I need to get these shows watched. So, because honestly, I'm not watching them on Sunday after Sharknado. I had too much to drink and I was too tired, so I'm gonna watch them now. All right, that out of the way. Last week's Fear the Walking Dead, the mid-season premiere, was a little slow, a little dull. It was definitely a setup episode. It wasn't anything spectacular. I've heard this episode's kind of the same, and that's a real bummer because I loved the first half of Season 4, but I'm a little bit worried how this half of Season 4 is going to work out. You know, I mean, we just have John Dory, we got the crazy little kid, I think we're going to get a flooded basement and Alicia hanging out in a house, so that could be cool. Zombie-nado, I mean, it's never going to be as awesome as a Sharknado, but it might be kind of neat. You know, Strand hopefully will sober up and get some shit done. Now that oh god, him and stuck with John Dory, though, ought to be very interesting. And then, of course, Althea stuck in the thing with Joan is her name now? She keeps changing her name. I don't even know. So, you know, all that kind of stuff, kind of fairly interesting. Not too crazy about it this so far, but, you know, we'll see what we get. Because I do miss the flashbacks. And I like that you got some color in the show that way. Because I do like the grayness of the future or modern time. But it was nice because it was intercut with some colorful stuff. And if this whole half of the season is going to be just, like, totally gray, that's going to get kind of annoying. Don't really care about Luciana. I'm not sure I've ever really cared about Luciana, but I'm not really caring about her right now. Not really sure why Charlie's gone all mute. I guess that's something that will get explained. I guess Dory's speech kind of worked on her when she handed in the book to Luciana. I don't know. But yeah, so we're going to watch this next episode. Hopefully I'll get more enjoyment out of it, and hopefully because I was told it's actually a little bit of a slower episode, I won't feel it because I'm going in with the right expectations. But there is one way to find out. Let's watch.
Anybody home?
Where did that one even come from? Nice. Oh. Oh. It's like sinister. Okay. Cal! Okay.
Whoever's in here, get the hell out or I'll kill you. You got one chance.
Okay. Huh.
I know you're in there! Why won't you just say something? I can't send you out there. But if you're in this house with me, then I'll probably kill you. I don't know if I want to kill you. I just know I probably will. I'm trying to be like my mom. I'm trying to believe what she believed, do what she did. Because that's all I have left of her. That's the only thing that keeps her alive. And if I kill you, I won't let you take that away from me again. But you know what you did. And that makes you garbage. It makes you a waste of a person. Worse than something stumbling around out there, tearing into people. And how you can never, ever make up for it.
What did you think was...
Why did you cover them? Why wouldn't you say anything?
Yo.
We're making too much noise! Give me your coat. Give me your coat!
Oh.
It's the same gun you...
Oh. Bird?
I'm sorry.
Okay.
You have to live with what you've done. Just like I have. Even if all that's waiting for you on the other end is being out on that porch just like them. What was it like? What does it matter, Charlie?
I'm just trying to make this episode interesting.
Last time I was at a beach, it was just like everywhere else. Filled with the dead. Just another place that kept you running.
Oh. Whew. Okay.
We're not getting out, are we? Not through there. What do we do? I don't want to become one of them. I saw my parents after they turned. I didn't think it was real. Do you still have the gun? No, I can't. I can't. No, Alicia, I can't end up like him.
What? What?
Saved us.
All right.
I did it for the people who could come back.
Is it color?
Alicia! We have to find them. Charlie. No, we have to find them and help them. We don't know if they're alive. They're gone. Charlie. Things don't get better. And they're not going to. They're only gonna get worse.
Okay, so there was a pretty damn boring episode of Fear the Walking Dead. I got more bad to say than good about this one. One, what the fuck? I thought the Walking Dead people had learned from this mistake that the thing a lot of us, not everybody, but a lot of us really hate, that annoys us about The Walking Dead, is that they have all these characters and they separate them and they're like, here's an episode about this character, here's an episode about this character. I want that shit intercut, because this did not need an entire episode by itself to tell this story, and it needed other story in between because there's so much padding and just incredibly slow, dull pacing here. The character arcs we did see here are interesting, but so much of what happened in this was completely unnecessary to show the audience for us to follow that arc happening. And it was clearly just a case of padding out the story because we ain't got shit to do. And that's why I like the first half of the series better, because it at least had to move faster because it was telling two stories by jumping back in time. And again, it looks like next week's gonna be all Morgan's episode. I hate that. That's the kind of stuff that will eventually make me not want to watch these shows. And I'm like, I'm a hardcore supporter of these shows. So get that shit together. Not that anybody's watching, I'm just venting, because that's what I was thinking through that whole thing. And thank God I didn't try to watch it last night when I was like so exhausted, because you would have just watched me fall asleep through that whole thing. There's only really a couple of interesting moments anyways. The stuff in the basement when it's flooding, and I'm also thinking, A, you have that gun, but did you not go through the little basement windows because you couldn't break it? Because I'm pretty sure you could have shot a bullet into the glass, which would have shattered it enough for you to clear out the rest. Charlie could have got out and maybe shot the lock off the thing. I mean, again, I know maybe that wouldn't work, but I'm like, at least that's better than standing there trying to drown or shoot each other, so... And then kind of the ridiculousness that the body fell off and that was enough to break the padlock on the door. I don't know about that either, but... writer's convenience. Also, the arcs are silly because, like, Alicia's just going constantly back and forth, and maybe that's actually okay, maybe I can get behind that, but I'm so aggravated with so much else going on in this that just really puts me off on the whole thing. So, yeah, I'm really, really disappointed. At least Charlie started talking again. One of the best parts about the show was when they flashed back to showing you Nick and Madison, and then other than when the ocean was there, again, it was nice to see some color. And it was kind of neat when they're driving in the car and you start to see the color come back into the show, but then when they get back over to the bridge and everything, all the color's gone again. Which, again, I don't mind if you are going back and forth, but it's like, ugh, so, okay, yeah. Whew, and that opening, oh my god, with Alicia going through the house, I'm like, how much of this do we actually need to see? Also, I guess this is true though, it doesn't exist in a world where zombie movies exist, so they don't know about Night of the Living Dead and boarding up all the windows and all of that, but they could have done that. Also, why is Charlie leaving that window open upstairs when, like, Alicia is having so much trouble, like, lighting the fire in the fireplace? I'm like, yeah, you can hang out wherever, you can do whatever you want, but at least shut the fucking window. We don't need that draft in here. And just the timing and the convenience. Again, normally are things like when the tree crashes in and traps him in the basement. Normally those kind of things I can get behind, but it was just so... Everything else in this was so aggravating that I give that less of a pass than I might normally give it. And again, you know, I mean, I guess Alicia's, like, speech, her monologue about letting the girl grow up and deal and live with it and all that stuff was kind of neat. So there were moments of good stuff in here, but they were few and far between for another boring episode. And again, I'm just really, really aggravated that no one at Walking Dead has learned to stop separating all the character arcs. And even if you're going to separate the characters, that's fine, but let's jump around to at least a few of the different characters in the episode. And I'm pretty sure that comes from a production thing. You know, it's like, well, we can't pay to have every character in every episode. It's a budget thing. I'm like, then do it like Game of Thrones. Plan your whole half your season, have it written, and then shoot in chunks, and then edit them into individual episodes, and then go back for reshoots. And I guess maybe it's a contractual thing with the DGA and the directors per episode. I don't know, but there's got to be a way around that, because that kind of thing kills these shows for me. I don't want episodes that are just maybe one or two a season. You do like just this character kind of thing, but show me all the characters or most of the characters in any given episode, please, because when you just focus on one, you end up having to pad too much, and you're not telling as much interesting story as you can. I'm sorry, you know, normally I'm not as angry about all this, but also I might be a little extra aggravated because of the computer issues I'm dealing with. But, yeah, so there's my unusually angry thoughts about Fear the Walking Dead. Because, again, like I said, the first half of the season was fantastic, but I'm just so disappointed in this. So let me know what you think, guys. Geek out with me in the comments. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Am I being a little too harsh, or are you kind of starting to feel it too? Just let me know. Geek out with me in the comments. I do like to hear what you have to say. And if I am coming across too harsh, I'm sorry. I usually try to be more positive about these things, but that was a slog fest. I'm like, can this episode just please be over? I'm ready to watch Preacher. I know it's going to be 1,000 times better. And for those of you that don't see the Preacher things, Sony's blocking them outside of the US and Canada, if you're wondering. I'm still trying to get people, I'm still trying to spread the word about that's why a lot of people aren't able to see my Preacher reactions. Alright, well anyways, I'm going to do some things so I can try to deal with my studio a little bit and then go watch Preacher, so I got to get out of here. But comment away, click the thumbs up button, give me the good old thumb of encouragement, check out the Stardust app, I should have a link in the description, or look up TheEricButts for the reviews and reactions faster than I can get them to YouTube. And I guess I'm going to go get out of here and watch some more stuff, so I'll see you all later.